The third way to solve a system of equations is by using the method called substitution. In order to use this, you have to remember what the substitution property of mathematics says. It says that if you have a quantity, such as A, and it's equal to another quantity, such as B, that means you can replace A with B in any other equation. So if you take a look at the system of equations we have here, I have y equals 4x and 3x plus y equals negative 21. This is different than the ones you've seen because you wouldn't really want to graph this because you'd have a y-intercept of negative 21 on the graph here. And by using elimination, you have to alter this top equation and you might make a mistake. But since y is equal to 4x, that means that you can replace y in any other equation with 4x. So if you look at the bottom equation and you see y, you can take y, move it out, and replace it with what it's equal to. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So remember, when you have a variable that's solved for, use substitution because it's the most convenient method. So we're going to substitute in the bottom equation. We're going to keep the 3x, but we're going to replace y with 4x and keep it equal to negative 21. And you see what this does is it eliminates the second variable from that equation and allows you to solve for 1. So now just solve like normal, combine like terms. You get 7x equals negative 21, and divide both sides by 7, and you get x equals negative 3. And it's that easy. And then once you get that value for x, it's the same thing as the elimination method. You just take one of the two equations, whichever one's easiest for you, and you substitute in that x value to find y. So I'm going to use the top one, y equals 4x, because it just seems a lot easier to me. So I take that x value, negative 3, and I get y equals 4 times negative 3. And when I evaluate 4 times negative 3, I get y equals negative 12. And then what I should do to make sure that I have the right answer here is just do a quick algebraic check. And the way that the check works is that you just take each equation, first take y equals 4x, and substitute in the values to see if it works. So the y value is negative 12. Does that equal 4 times negative 3? And if you evaluate 4 times negative 3, you do get negative 12. So that is true. Now we must do it for 3x plus y equals negative 21. Be careful with your substitution and your evaluation so that you didn't make a mistake. Okay, so the x value is negative 3, so you get 3 times negative 3 plus negative 12 equals negative 21. And when I simplify the left side, I get negative 9 plus negative 12 equals negative 21. And if I know my integer rules, when I add two negatives, I just add the numbers and keep the sign. So it's negative 21 equals negative 21. That is also true. So I know my answer that I got here is correct, and I express it as an ordered pair. The answer is negative 3, negative 12. So just remember, when you want to use substitution, check to see that the variable, or at least one of the variables, is solved for.